What's happening between Israel and Iran right now? Why are missiles flying? Who started it? And where is this headed? Let's break it down clearly and fairly. It began on June 13th, 2025. Israel launched a surprise wave of airstrikes deep inside Iran. Targets included Tehran's main airport, nuclear research sites, government buildings, and even the headquarters of state TV. The strikes reportedly killed dozens, including scientists and top commanders in Iran's Revolutionary Guard. Israel claimed the goal was to cripple Iran's ability to make nuclear weapons. Iran claims over 200 civilians were killed, including some children. Israel has not confirmed those numbers, but says it only struck military and nuclear-linked targets. This was the first time Israel had carried out direct, overt strikes in Iranian territory at this scale. Iran responded fast and hard. Over the next 3 days, it launched hundreds of missiles and drones at Israeli cities and military sites. The operation, called True Promise 3, involved over 250 ballistic missiles, cruise missiles, and drones aimed at Israel. Air raid sirens blared in Tel Aviv, Haifa, and beyond. Most of them were intercepted by Israel's Iron Dome and Arrow systems, but a few got through. Reports say around 24 Israelis were killed, and several hundred injured. Iran state media called it a proportional response, but Israel promised more action. Civilian neighborhoods, hospitals, and even newsrooms were hit. Both sides accuse the other of war crimes, and the human toll is growing. Prime Minister Netanyahu says the strikes were necessary. He described Iran's supreme leader as, quote, a modern-day Hitler, end quote. Netanyahu has even hinted at killing the supreme leader and that this could end the conflict. He's vowed to continue the campaign for, quote, as long as it takes, end quote. Iran, on the other hand, claims it's defending itself from a foreign aggressor. Officials say Israel's strikes were unprovoked, illegal, and part of a long-standing effort to sabotage Iran's sovereignty. They accuse Israel of violating international law and killing civilians. Their retaliation, they say, is justified, and they warn of a much larger response if Israel doesn't back down. The Iranian government insists it is not seeking a war, but will respond to any future attacks. Iran's military leaders say they still have long-range missile capability and could escalate further if needed. Netanyahu claims Israel now has full air superiority over Iran and that the Iranian regime is much weaker than it appears. He also said that Israel is prepared to continue operations for, quote, as many days as necessary, end quote. Iran, meanwhile, still has a large arsenal of missiles and drones. Behind closed doors, Iran is reportedly open to negotiations, but only if Israel stops its airstrikes. The risk of nuclear escalation still lingers. So where do things go from here? Iran appears to be signaling interest in negotiations privately, but only if Israel halts its airstrikes. Israel hasn't shown signs of backing down yet, and Netanyahu's rhetoric has become more aggressive. The possibility of a broader regional war involving Lebanon, Syria, and even Gulf countries remains on the table. For now, we're in a fragile moment, one missile away from a larger war, or one breakthrough away from diplomacy. U.S. President Donald Trump is trying to initiate peace talks. If peace fails and the U.S. gets involved in a war, that could damage his legacy. The man who ran on the campaign promise of no more wars would be in an awkward situation if he found himself in one. After achieving the Abraham Accords during his first presidency, peace is definitely achievable, but only time will tell. If you enjoy this type of content, please consider liking and subscribing. And if you have anything you'd like to add, just leave a comment. Anything I might have missed, anything that you would like to add. And yeah, stay tuned for next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.